Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new You Asked For It. We're giving it to you. Kissing Bandit t-shirt. Only at tpublic.com/user/YoBroNation1. Come get the shirt before he comes for you. And you know what he'll do. Get the t-shirt. Only at the TeePublic store for YoBro Nation. YoBro Nation 1 at tpublic.com. Get it before he kisses you. Really, seriously, go get it. It might. Yo bros and welcome nation. I of course am Zach. This is my official Daredevil season 3 review. Welcome one and all. What a fantastic season I just had the privilege to finish watching. I literally just finished it, and I just finished getting some clips put onto the channel, or not onto the channel, but onto the computer to actually get this thing put together. Alright, so welcome everybody. I'm Zach, of course. I apologize for the possibly this being late. I know Daredevil has been up for about a week now, and you know, I haven't been able to fully binge it like I wanted to. I know, like with season 1, when it came out, I binge watched that all the way through in like a day. And then same thing with season 2. This one I've been busy, so I haven't really had the opportunity to just kind of get through it as fast as I wanted to. But, you know, here I am. First off, welcome to the YoBro Podcast Nation. Network, not nation. Jeez, I'm really like, I'm totally off. Man, this season, it was, I guess you could say this was a fantastic season for sure. I don't know how long I'm going to go with this. This is going to be spoiler free. I may possibly do a spoiler filled review of the season once Jake watches this. Not really sure yet if that's going to happen. I know me and Jake and JD, we have a lot of content to get put together for you guys and get set up and sent out and uploaded. Lots of stuff going on. If you didn't know, for about another day or two, I have a poll on Twitter, YoBro Gaming 1 on Twitter. There's a poll whether or not you guys want us to do the Crown Jewel review next Friday. If you guys want us to cover it at all. So far, majority have said yes. As of this time that I'm recording, people have wanted us to do the content for Crown Jewel. Which is interesting in all honesty. You guys can also go ahead and, you know, join us on all our social media platforms. You can go to our Patreon, which is the YoBro Gaming and Reviews, YoBro Nation. All the links, of course, will be in the descriptions of this video. Join us on our sister channel, YoBro Gaming and Reviews. Tomorrow, I will be live streaming WWE Evolution. I will be doing a live reaction, and then following that immediately will be a live review. So you guys can look forward to that. This week, I am going to be doing my final 3 because I haven't been able to get to it, which kind of sucks. I wanted to do it weekly on our main channel. I will be doing my final 3 Road to Halloween videos. Pretty sure it's been 3, right? No, 4. My final 4. So those 4 will be up throughout the week. 2 on Halloween, and the other 2 is on Monday and Tuesday. Also, of course, Raw and SmackDown reviews this week as well. I'm going to try and pick up on NXT this week now that the Mae Young Classic is out of the way. I'm going to try to go ahead and take care of that. So you guys can also look forward to seeing all of that stuff. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Again, man, Season 3. I have been waiting for this. I am so happy they moved this up from December to October. It's been up for about 10 days now. I kind of got behind. I've watched it sporadically, episodes here or there. And, you know, there's so much I want to talk about that I can't say too much because it's a spoiler. But holy freaking crap, man. Right out the bat, Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk, as Kingpin. So freaking good. I think last season, as good as Season 2 was to me, I think last season, without him in it, kind of took away from the show and what really made it good in the first season. Not that Punisher was a bad character or wasn't good as I guess you could kind of say the villain, but you didn't really have a villain last season. I can't believe it's been almost 2 years also. It's crazy. But seeing him in it this season was freaking awesome. And he was so good. And throughout the entirety of the season, every time he would get one over on not just on Matt Murdock or Foggy or Karen, but the fact that he had the entirety of the FBI running in circles, which I'm not going to say too much is what actually was what actually happened. Just you were so wanting to see him get brought down, and he somehow, I mean, and you knew it wasn't going to happen early, but he just kept avoiding things and getting away with things, and it was just like, holy freaking crap, when are they going to actually get a hold of this guy, and when are they going to actually get his just desserts? But the way it built, the way it ended, really was all worth it. I want to say, was it Poindexter? Yeah, Poindexter, the FBI agent. Clearly, he was used by Wilson, and this is a minor spoiler. I think it's pretty clear to say that he was going to be Bullseye. You could just tell by how he was doing things, with the way he could throw things, and everything was a weapon, and he was so dead on with his accuracy and everything. He could take my phone, sit next to me, and probably kill a person with it. It was just insane. And the guy who played him, the way he was crazy, I wouldn't say, okay, I won't say crazy. I don't know how to explain it. The conflict with him and him trying to find his, and you'll hear this more than once, his North Star was so good and so just fantastic. I honestly was extremely happy with how that character evolved, and they didn't just make him like, okay, if you saw the 2003 Daredevil and the way they made Bullseye, and I use quotation fingers when I say that, you guys can't see me, but I'm using quotation fingers. the way they made Bullseye in this, well, Poindexter, who did, you saw in the trailer, does dress up as Daredevil. The way he was manipulated, I can't even speak, the way he was manipulated throughout the season, you just kind of, you really did feel bad for him. And then you see his background and everything. And yeah, you kind of felt for him. He wasn't this cheesy, cartoony villain like you saw in the movie, which, I didn't really like it. Made me hesitant to actually watch Daredevil to begin with. Yeah, you kind of saw a little bit as why he was the way he was, but at the same time, he still had, you could still tell he was a bad guy, and he knew right from wrong. He just chose to go that route because to him it felt most comfortable. Again, like I said, this is really hard to talk about the things I want to talk about and not give things away. Especially when it comes to, and I'm just kind of going over a quick overview before I kind of give you guys the plot of the season. But Karen Page in this season, she was one of my favorite things about the first season. In the second season, I kind of saw a thing between her and Matt. Yeah, it's almost like they might have become romantically involved, maybe. But then you had the whole Elektra storyline from that last season, which, side note, I kind of wish Elektra would have been a part of the season. We still have absolutely no clue whether she died when the building collapsed at the end of Defenders or if she is still alive. They really didn't address that outside of the first episode when he asked where she was. Hey, YoBro Nation, this is Zach. Come join us on all our social media platforms. You can come join us on Twitter and tweet along with us at YoBroGaming1 on Twitter. Also, come see us on Facebook and hit that like button and follow us. Facebook.com/YoBro Gaming and Reviews. If you like the videos that we're doing now, you can always go to the YoBro Gaming and Review channel. Get all our latest videos. We talk wrestling, movies. We talk video games. Come see us on there as well. And if you'd like to support the channel, well, I have great news for you. There are two ways in which you can help us. You can go to patreon.com/YoBro Gaming and Reviews. You can support us. We have multiple tiers with multiple opportunities for you to interact with us and help the channel grow. If you don't want to do that, go to tpublic.com/YoBroNation1, where you can buy our new exclusive merchandise. We got the old school YoBro logo. We got the new updated logo. Get the squared circle shirt. So many things. Cups, pillows, mugs. Go there and get your merchandise. Thank you guys, and YoBro Nation. So Karen, in this, for the majority of this season, she absolutely annoyed me. And I don't know if everyone will agree with me. A lot of people will probably disagree. But for me, and it's just this season, and she kind of did redeem herself towards the end of the season. But she did some things that were so questionable and just outside of her normal character. To me, again, this is just my opinion, I found her to be like the most annoying character of the entire show. And that sucks because, like I said, she was my favorite character in the previous first season and even in the second season. Just things that she did concerning Matt and concerning how they were dealing with Fisk, and just her questionable judgment on things. And I don't know. In real life, I think if you would have had that friend who was acting the way that she did, I just see that. I know me personally, I would have been probably a lot more harsher on her. But Foggy and Matt kind of just let things go way too easy. So I don't know. I'm not going to tear her down too much because she was still really good. The actress herself, and I'm so sorry I don't know all the names of the actors in the show, but um, just I don't know. I don't really know how to suggest what I want to do. Real quick, I'm doing a quick Google search because I really want to make sure that I get her name. So, if you guys just give me Daredevil cast here. Anyways, Deborah Ann Wall. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was not aware of her name. So, yeah, she was just a little, I don't know. It just kind of got a little on my nerves as far as how she acted. So, oh man. Um there was a particular character though whose development really was enjoyable, and he really was, even when he was doing questionable things, was really good, and that was detective, or not detective, freaking federal agent Nadine. And I don't know why I was calling him detective. He was played by Jay Ali. That guy, wherever he came from, bravo, 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 bravo. This guy had one of the more interesting arcs in the season. I mean, there's so much I could say about him and other characters, and there's just too much to get into. And I really kind of want to leave whoever's listening to just enough to know, to get you intrigued. And I'm sure most people have probably already seen this, but for those who have not watched this season, oh my God, just seriously go and watch this. But Nadine had an interesting backstory, and I liked the interaction that he had with Matt Murdock and how he interacted with Poindexter, and I keep calling him Poindexter. I just have a feeling that I am really messing up on that name. Oh my goodness. Oh, sounds like stuff's falling around in my house. Go figure, right? Go figure. I'm kind of looking at this. So, I'm looking this up, which is kind of nice. Yeah, it is Poindexter. Yeah, Dex. They always called him Dex. He's played by Wilson Bethel. Dude was freaking fantastic. I already said that. But anyways, doctor. See, now I'm calling him a doctor. What the heck's wrong with me? I really suck at this. Um, Agent Nadine. He was a great character. I want to talk about Foggy. Foggy did not have a lot to do in this season. He was an important character as far as the legal side of how they were doing things with handling Fisk. He was definitely the most positive character throughout the season. You know, that's the one thing I think I've always admired about Foggy, is the fact that even in the darkest, but there's a point where he does get a little depressed and does kind of freak out. But for the majority of the season, he's like, we can do this. We can do this the right way. And even when Matt is at his darkest, he's still like, come on, dude, we can do this. We've got this. Let's just do what we've got to do. So, I'll go ahead and I'll get into the whole Matt Murdock thing. This does take place really just weeks They don't give you an exact timeline, but weeks within the end of the Defenders finale. Because Matt, it starts off where he is alive and he's really beat up, and Matt Murdock in this season, I like the fact that as much as I enjoyed seeing Matt Murdock / then Daredevil. In this, he's not so much Matt Murdock as he is actually, I'm Daredevil at night, I'm Daredevil in the day. I just act differently. And at one point, he's just kind of like, I gave up the red suit. What I represent has outgrown the suit. And he goes back to just wearing the black, which is my favorite part. Like, when he went from wearing the black with the black mask and into the suit, it was I had to adjust. And for me, seeing him back in that was freaking awesome. And you really see Matt struggling throughout the season with wanting to still kind of be part of his friends' lives while like trying to keep them safe, but then conflicting with himself in the fact that he feels like him trying to help has really done nothing but hurt all of them, even to the point when a certain character dies, he wants to blame himself. And so listening to Matt really kind of go through that and to see how it affects all his friends, that being Foggy and Karen, it's really good. And then you also learn something about Matt's past that gets brought back up in this season. And you kind of get to see him then focus and try to adjust on that as well. You kind of see it coming before it happens. It did catch me off guard, but then when you rewatch it, you kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I could see that actually being what it is. So that's pretty much like the overview. As far as the plot of it, Matt Murdock, he's struggling with his identity, and he's kind of like, all right, I know who I am. He's trying to cut everyone out. Meanwhile, you got Wilson Fisk giving information to the FBI in exchange for Veronica's freedom. And throughout the course of the season, obviously things go awry, and Fisk is Fisk, and he's like this unstoppable individual. You can't get the best of him. He's always he's always steps ahead of what the FBI and what Murdoch and company are trying to do. Meanwhile, while he's doing this, he's got Agent Poindexter in his pocket. I'm not going to explain to you how or why it happens, but he ends up with him in his pocket and ends up getting him to help him, and then he starts emulating Daredevil, and which starts a whole nother slew of issues that are going on. I'm telling you, this is so hard to talk about without actually giving anything up. So then you got Karen trying to do her stuff, Foggy trying to do her stuff. Just the story in itself, not about the characters. I don't want to talk about the characters, but then the story that they told in this season was awesome. This was a huge step up from season 3. I don't want to say that this was a better season than 1, just because season 1 really was very in-your-face action, very compelling. This season was right there, maybe just a little bit not as good. I don't know. Some people may think it was better. I wouldn't argue against them if they wanted to tell me that it was better. But I really did enjoy this season. And I'm so freaking excited for season 4. And I really hope they do season 4. I know Netflix is canceling shows. I don't see them canceling Daredevil, though. A couple things I did want to talk about. One, people are calling it a post-credit scene. It's just the very last scene of the final episode. It's not this groundbreaking scene that a lot of people have talked and made it out to be, but it is kind of cool, and it does tease for something that could happen in the next season or a couple seasons down the line. It is very cool. The other thing I wanted to talk about and really hit on, because I'd be stupid if I didn't. Okay, in the first 2 seasons, you had these fight scenes, because obviously the choreography in this show with the fight scenes are always so good, and they're really good at focusing in on it and not making all these jump cuts and making it look dumb. So there's, in the first season you had the hallway scene that it's like it looks like it's one shot. And the second season is the stairwell with the red and that flashing, so they use their elements to help cut to make it look like, again, one shot. In this episode, or in this season, about middle of the season, there's a scene that takes place in the prison, and it is so freaking awesome. And again, it looks like it's one shot throughout this whole thing with maybe 1 or 2 cuts. And the way the camera work is, how it's following them around and maneuvering is so good. Like, you're watching and you're just like, this is so great. Like, why can't movies shoot their fight scenes like this? I hate movies where it's just jump cut, jump cut, jump cut, and you can't see what's actually happening. It drives me nuts. And then this, it looks freaking great. It looks so good. So I wanted to make sure that I actually talked about that. Now, quickly, I guess, prediction. If I were to say I had predictions for a possible season 4 that don't spoil anything, I kind of want to see how now that the Matt and Karen and Foggy have kind of resolved issues, because they're going to. I'm interested to see where they go from here, and with their plan and with what they want to do. Who do they bring in? Will they go another season without really having Wilson Fisk? I hope not. I really hope they keep him involved in some manner. I hope they do better with Karen in this next season and not make her so questionable with her decisions. Like I said, this is just a quick review. I will definitely go over it more spoilery if I can in another video, preferably with Jake. That's my hopes. But if I'm going to grade this season on a scale of 1 to 10, this season is no doubt 9 out of 10. And I would give it a perfect 10 out of 10, but there's 1 or 2 episodes that are kind of slow at the beginning of the season. And there's just certain things that they do throughout the season that I kind of question. So for only those reasons, and this is me nitpicking, okay? This is me nitpicking and trying to find at least a couple negatives, because there's just so many overwhelming positives about this series. When I get done with this, I'm probably going to go and rewatch it, and I'm probably I love it. And it's awesome. Again, the entire cast, even those who I didn't name off, are really good. And there's no characters on here that don't have or serve a purpose other than maybe his lawyers. They're kind of just there. And there's a couple agents. You're just kind of like, yeah, they're just there. They're kind of cannon fodder to help push the story forward. So overall, fantastic season. Like I said, 9 out of 10. I can't wait. I'm excited. I want season 4, and I don't want to wait 2 years. I hope they get it cranked out, and by next October, I hope I'm sitting here and I'm talking about season 4. So thank you guys again. Like I said, I'm Zach with the Yo Bro Nation. With the Yo Bro Nation, obviously in the Yo Bro Nation, but the oh my gosh, guys, I suck at this today. The Yo Bro Podcast Network. Also for the Yo Bro Gaming and Review channel. Subscribe to both our channels. Hit the notification bell. If you haven't subscribed to this channel and you haven't subscribed to that channel, do both, please. I swear to you, it'll be worth it. Yes, I sound like a bumbling fool right now, but I'm full of excitement. So thank you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. See you guys tomorrow for evolution. All right. Talk to you later.